Welcome back to Crypto's juiciest news, baby dolls. A Bitcoin price of 83,000 American dollars has been gracing us. The candle of the month is still red. We are almost green. If we can go above 84 or 85k, we'll flip it green. Maybe we will by the end of this month, March. And the US KPI has just come out. We'll go through some macro data points as well. What's been happening? Well, the same thing for the past 4 years. Ethereum is dumping again. Basically, everyone's lost their minds at this point. So friends, we know Ethereum's cheap. The problem is, it was cheap up here. It was freaking cheap at 0.06 ETH BTC ratio. And then it drops a whopping 63% further from that cheap zone. Man, so what can you do, friends? Everyone's got their own explanations. The business ISM cycle. Maybe it's a Russell. Vitalik got a girlfriend. A black swan event no one could see. But ultimately, there's nothing we can do. There's nothing we can do. You just have to wait. You can't do anything. It's upsetting. I'm sure the Ethereum people are feeling total, utter embarrassment. Nothing else we can do. Let me show you the charts. We have Bitcoin still holding green on the weekly super trend. This is my bull market line. It's still green. Many people are calling for the bear market start. They're calling the top. Arthur Gaze is calling for 70k BTC and a massive money printing bonanza. You still have Ben Copen calling for like $700 ETH. You know, all of these things, I'm just telling you, bear market feelings are going to keep appearing by some influencers every single time. Every time it stops. And it could be for whatever reason. They're getting paid too much. They've made a lot of money. Their subscribers have made them heaps. They've been dumping on everyone. It doesn't matter what it is, honestly. It doesn't even matter. It is what it is. Just people get skeptical. But, you know, we know this, right? Bull markets, they grow on the skepticism. They grow on it. They fight it off. That's what we're waiting for to eventually to play out. Now, the Ethereum chart looks absolutely horrendous. It's down to like $1,900, which is just an abysmal price. It flipped red on the weekly super trend. Comes back down here. Many people believe it's going to come back down there. It doesn't matter, man. We don't really know. We don't know. We're just guessing. Why has it been this cheap? You know, we've gone through a lot of the macro things out here, which we can basically just repeat. ETH BTC has been poop. Others BTC, friends, another freak accident. 4 red monthly Others BTC candles in a row after Trump wins. That sucks. Feels like a dark prophecy type of vibe. But we never got euphoric. You know, that's ultimately what it comes down to. Mr. Russell 2000 is a racist Russell 2000, still at its lows. Yeah, so pretty much they all say the same thing, okay? They literally all say the same thing. There's an anomaly, though. Bitcoin. Bitcoin's the anomaly. So that's where it comes down to. Do you think Bitcoin is special and unique? It's doing this? Or do you just think Bitcoin's expensive and everything else is wrong? Or everything else is right and Bitcoin's expensive? Or do you think Bitcoin's leading the way? Because literally every risk asset, everything else out there, even gold's up. Bitcoin's expensive, but maybe that's just what it needs to do, just to hang around this floor until we punch on through the month. Now, if we go and check out the emoji spree, friends, Bitcoin 83k, Ethereum, if you've noticed, friends, I round it down every single time I report on the price. So even though Ethereum, I'm not joking, was $1,899, it was just $1 off from $1,900. Actually, it was actually $1,899.50. I'm not joking. And I still rounded it down to 1,800 because you're a piece of shit. You just caused us too much pain. So it is what it is. Now, Ethereum, a lot of people have been pushing this false narrative that, Ethereum is back to 2021. No, bro, it's worse than that. What are you talking about? Ethereum round-tripped 9 years of gains against Bitcoin, reaching ETH BTC 0.022. We're talking about 4 years. Dude, don't minimize the pain. Don't make excuses for them. This is it. You are back to Feb of 2016, dude. Wow. And this is an entire abomination. To come back all the way here. Wow, man. I mean, like, this is... Wow. Ethereum, you're a piece of shit. You're an actual piece of garbage. What a total letdown, man. What a freak accident letdown. This is the thing. Do you know who's not feeling the pain? There's only 2 camps of Ethereum going down. Mostly. There's some XRP guys, but they deserve it, bro. You missed the whole bull market. You know what I mean? And you're in pure cope. Like, you deserve it. But the people not feeling the pain, Bitcoin maxis, Solana maxis. Solana maxis are watching Sol BTC hang red and literally think the next big rally is coming right around the corner. That's interesting. Bitcoin maxis are watching the highest ever Bitcoin dominance in history. All right. It's literally gone up only. Yes. It never went down in Bitcoin halving year. And they're going, oh, doesn't matter. It's going higher. It's going to keep going higher. So they're the only two people enjoying it. So, you know, on the balance of probabilities, fans, and how the market situates itself, you probably find the max pain comes to Bitcoin and Solana people now. That might be what happens next. Now, also, Ethereum, friends, confirms its worst price action ever, more than the 2022 bear market, which is horrendous. I'll show it to you later. Actually, while you're here, I'll show it to you now. This is it. This is the Ethereum weekly chart. You see this gray dotted line, friends? This gray dotted line is the 200-week EMA, exponential moving average, all right? Because it adjusts more to the recent prices, okay? This is a minus 25% drop in 2022. Look what we've done now, minus 28%. So, man, this is unheard of. Like, for you to be breaking under your 200-week moving average the year after the Bitcoin halving, it's never ever happened for any of these crypto assets ever. Shocking, man. Absolutely shocking. That's bull market stuff. So, but you know, I know when you hear this, you probably think, hey, does that mean this time is different? This time's dog shit, but you still can't rule things out yet. You still can't, just because you don't know how the rest of the year is going to play out. Because we can still have April, May, June rally. Bitcoin hits 130K, right? And that can still happen. And we have old season wave on. That can still happen. And then there's a 2-3 month period of poop. And then we begin going up in September. We finished the end of the year. That's possible. And then we have an alt. That's actually what happened in 2017. The exact same thing. It is painful though. Play some gentle angel music. It is painful because markets can be cruel, almost like they curse you to death. Still, we have to keep holding on and hope it gets better. That's it. So, like, I know, man. I know there's no book you get to read that says, "Oh, if I'm long, I get to sign up for this." There's no book. That's why I'm here. I'm here to help and guide you. But I'm just telling you, like, even with all this pain, I'm used to this pain. I'm used to just total letdowns, people backstabbing you, everything letting you down, things don't work. I'm so used to that. I'm very used to that. You have to get used to that. If you don't get used to that, you just end up crumbling on your own weight. You never get anywhere in life. Okay, so this is just part of the challenges that God's thrown at us, and we're going to make it. Now, the macro data came out, friends. It's actually okay. So the KPI came out. The KPI came out at 2.8%, cooler than expected. And it's funny enough, Ethereum dumped on the news. It's just, man, it's just like, no matter what you do, it is what it is. Now, usually during these times, what we can do is we can go to the US 2-year yield and we can see it's around 4%. So that's pretty much what the market expects, right, going forward the next 2 years for interest rates right now. Right now, what are the rates? Like 4.25 or 4.5%, whatever it is. So they expect like 1 or 2 cuts. And, you know, if you're getting concerned about that, you don't have to be, because in 2017, they were literally hiking rates. All right, so you don't really need those rates to push things that dramatically, because you have the US dollar. If the US dollar can weaken, then the rest of the world can print. That's what can happen. That's what happened in 2017 when it comes to China. And I can actually show you that now when it comes to the US dollar. The US dollar index is still low. It dropped like a rock. Hopefully this is not one of those freaking massive fake outs when it comes back and screws us. We need it to just keep coming up and eventually just keep sinking down lower and lower. And then that'll be, I guess, a risk-on sentiment, and we'll see how that plays out. Now, in some other news of the day, friends, Rumble have bought 188 Bitcoin, so $17 million. I think it's got something to do with the Tether guys, if I remember. I think Tether ended up using their Bitcoin from the exchange Bitfinex to do it. But on the positive light, it's fantastic because seeing more and more companies accumulate Bitcoin just keeps it in the background. It lets us know that the Ponzi is going to pump and everyone's still ready to crank it, especially as the bull market goes up. They're probably going to do that Bitcoin strategy. It makes you wonder, though, like, they're not even using Bitcoin for anything, friends. It's literally number go up. Now, obviously, don't mid-curve it. But yeah, when number goes up, but then number stops going up as much, they rotate into other stuff. And then you'll see them all get rid of it. You'll see them dump the crap out of it in the bear market. People are going to get rid of so much Bitcoin, it's not funny. Just like every other bear market, right? And then you and I will hopefully be able to pick it up. In some other cranky G news as well, the Bank of Russia have allowed some limited crypto purchases for investors. So I like seeing this because throughout the world, when these banks start offering crypto to everyone, it's just more like a sign that network effect of everything is spread off a lot. And when banks start to do it, it's like just a matter of time before America does. That's what we really want to get to. That point in time where American banks allow retailers to just swap in. You know, now I don't think they'll be able to do it like in 2 seconds. It takes maybe some signatures and stuff. But that'll be the end game. Because then everybody can have access to these, and it's probably going to go too far. I mean, by people trading and losing and trading on their spouse's accounts and losing money, and then maybe something like that happens later on. But we'll see. We'll see how that plays out. But it's good to just to see the network effect pumping. Abu Dhabi, shout out to my baby that was in Abu Dhabi. MGX have acquired a minority stake in Binance for a whopping $2 billion US. So that's awesome. They're actually able to buy part of Binance. Wow. I don't know how they bought part of it. Maybe CZ sold part of his stake. I think he's worth 60 billion. Yeah. About 750 million is just Bitcoin. And everything else is his stake in Binance. I think he owns 60% of it. So, you know, like if he has 60 billion, he sold them 2 billion of it. And he gets like a massive cash out. That's crazy. He can just do whatever he wants with that. That's big. But yeah, obviously CZ, very respectable, built a true unicorn, you know, makes more money than a bank, great crypto service, Binance, and man, they got attacked so hard by the US government. They made them delete bank account connections. Yeah, that's unfortunate. That's the game, right? When you're that big, they come after you. And just to let you know, friends, as well, when Binance started rising up, they were competing against BitMEX. Now, ShitMEX, terrible servers, 20-second order delay, orders not working. Arthur Gaze was just liquidating everybody up and down, pausing the servers, doing the most dodgiest stuff ever. The engine was just totally bonked. They never upgraded anything. They just kept milking it for what it is. It is what it is. And CZ was making his systems better and better over time. And then, like, you know, remember Arthur was like, oh, you'll never overtake me. That's pretty much what his attitude was. And then Binance just went and just literally wiped the floor with them, with Arthur's bald head. Just put a mop wig on it and just wipe the floor with him. So, and that's what we want to see, right? Remember, ShitMEX as well, friends. They're on for sale. We don't know what the price is. And people have that rumor, right? Is Richard Hart going to buy it? We don't know. It's just always these rumors and stuff out here. You know, friends, sometimes whenever something was for sale, Charles Cuckinson, he'd get up off his hotel cuck chair, go to computer, and he would type out to everybody like, oh, I'm thinking of buying this stake for $1 billion. I think it's just to get his name in the media, just to come out here. It's actually pretty cool to to try to do that. If you're rich, that's how you stay in the eye of public. So Justin Sun does it, and Charles Cuckinson does it. So they whenever something big's like going down, they're like, oh, I'm considering putting a bid in here. I might buy it for $1 billion. They just go out there, just say that, just so people talk about you. And they're like, oh, wow, you might buy it, right? You have $1 billion. And that's how they just get their name out there. But they never end up buying shit. It all ends up being fluff talk. They don't have the money. They don't end up buying anything because most of their money's in tokens. And they don't have buyers to sell the tokens. Like, who's going to buy $1 billion of Cuckinson's ADA tokens? You know, you'll buy it for like a 70% discount OTC, and then he's got no tokens, right? So that's how it always plays out. Now, in some cranky G news as well, friends, the Canadian Prime Minister, Mark Carney, is ready to meet with US President Trump to discuss ending the tariff war, right? So just 72 hours, not even, friends, just 24 hours later, okay, Mark Carney says, you know what, Mr. Pump, let's come back to the table and let's talk it out. Let's talk about these tariffs and stuff out here. So I don't know why we all picked Canada to just start laying into them. Canada, they never fight back. They're just like, they're that kid that just never fights back. It's just so easy to tease, just so squishy. Like Uda as well. If you remember Uda from The Simpsons, friends, please don't make me run. I'm full of chocolate. Now, if you're curious as well, friends, I can come and show you the new COPE fractals. So BCB's got some new COPE fractals. We have XRP's one. So XRP, its previous COPE fractal was going to go up and go to like $10. Now, the new COPE fractal is that, oh man, it goes sideways for like another few months. Man, I hope a speed runs it, but we'll see. We'll see. That's it. And you probably want to see, that's just XRP, because I'm always curious about how people change their perceptions out here. Let me show you the Bitcoin one. Okay, so this is interesting. This has been the same way the whole time. Bitcoin doing this chart pattern goes to the 1.618 extension. That's about 130K. It did this in a previous pattern as well, but then it was all over. Okay, that's what he has us all over now. I don't know, man. Look, I don't think it's gonna be over. I don't want to bet on anything at this point. Like, look what Ethereum's done. Honestly, as far as I'm concerned, how I'm feeling, I feel like it's over. Like Ethereum, the amount of ground this piece of shit let down has to make up is, I can't even begin to explain. Okay, like Ethereum was cheap at $4,000 because ETH BTC was 0.04. Now it's down to one. It went down to 1,700. Like you were already lagging at 4,000. Okay, you were horribly cheap at 4,000. You should have been 10, and then you went down to 1,700. So now, when I mean so, but I mean I'm not like, you can do what you want, man. At any point, you can click sell and do what you want. I'm just not getting my hopes up. It's third cycle curse, but yeah, even though we've known third cycle curse, you don't feel good. What are you gonna do, right? See, it's funny, right? People from Solana talk like it was so obvious, yeah, but for one Solana guy, there's like 30 other alternative chains and stuff that just has not worked out. Yeah, and by the way, Solana's getting clobbered for the past 14 months now anyway. So it's not, it's just like, oh, did you sell every top in the past last year? You haven't. So we're all pretty much suffering together. I wonder how this fractal is going to play out though. It makes sense, honestly, for Bitcoin to stop at like 130 or 125 because, and by the way, just to show you, this is around April, May, June. Okay, just to show you, that's actually very common, friends. So crypto tends to rally in the bull market years, April, May, June, and then it has the shitty summer, US summer. So June's garbage, July's garbage, August is garbage. So June and July go down, half of July retraces, August climbs its way back to the range of where you reach in June, and then you're ready to go September plus. That's usually what's happened before. We got scammed in 2021. So in 2021, we didn't even rally in May. We just dumped 75% of everything in May, which is horrible. And then September, we have 80 grand as well. So more Chinese scum stuff. We just cursed us even harder. So yeah, it was tough back then. It's tough now. But yeah, another thing I'm looking out for. See this 130K mark. Most KOLs, friends, name one. Okay, most of them, they want to sell Bitcoin at 150K. They all have that number. How do I know that? I've watched all of them. I watch them with you. I know that number, 150. You've seen it too. They all want to start selling at 150, you know? And because everybody wants to start selling at 150, I'm wondering if, and by the way, they want to get their 150 like right now. They were expecting it to be 150 right now. But what if in June, see, and by the way, almost all of them, friends, like Ivan, Crypto LARP, pretty much everybody, friends, expects the Crypto, everyone expects the cycle to be over in June. In the entire cycle, it's literally all over. They all have that, and that's what I'm thinking. Wow, everyone expects the cycle to be over in June, and they're all expecting to sell their 150K BTC. I'm wondering if that'll play out. That's all. And I'm wondering about that, the slingshot of Ethereum. How long can it actually recover and go back? That's something to think about. And also in the middle of that time, you're gonna have Michael Chad Saylor doing more turbo leverage long on Bitcoin. So, you know, he's like the Eggman at this point. He's got 499,000 BTC. Everyone's just accumulating this stuff because of the number go up. You know that. So, obviously, we want Bitcoin to keep going up. A win for Bitcoin is a win for all of us, even though it doesn't feel like it now. But it just means Bitcoin's not ready to stop yet. Now, the SEC has prepared to end their lawsuit with XRP, which would be great. Hopefully, that ignites a run for them there. XRP army have been firing up a lot because, you know, Bitcoin keep trying to poop on them. XRP is trying to make altcoins for everyone. So it's a tough position for everyone, but it doesn't really matter, right? The price action speaks more volumes than anything else. Yeah, Bitcoin dominance has basically destroyed everybody in this cycle. So we'll see how that plays out next. The US mortgage rates have dropped for a 6th week in a row. And Trump also says, I think the markets are going to soar. So I guess we'll see how that plays out, right? If we're going to speak about markets, it's a bit of a poopy because, and by the way, fans, just be careful with trying to predict the S&P 500, okay? You want to lose money? Try guess where the S&P 500 is going, okay? If you're trying to bet on it getting short. So S&P 500 is a daily chart. It's closed lower lows. That's concerned everyone. But we'll see what happens, man, because it's always like what about, closed lower lows here? Poops back down and then goes back up. What about here? Closed lower lows. Look at this. Oh, no, look at this. Oh, no, check out S&P 500. It's closed lower lows and then bang, it just goes up again. So we'll see how that all plays out. Nothing we can really do. Jim Cramer said he was bullish and so did Crapo. So maybe that's a sign that the S&P 500's got some pooping to do a bit. Now, friends, I want to show you this chart as well. BCB's chart. So this is comparing each cycle. Now, so just to tell you, right, I know, forget the charts of asset prices. We look at the business ISM. Okay, I know that and you know that. I've been giving this to you information all the time, right? We look at the business ISM. Yeah. Business ISM has been 26 months red. All right. We have not had this in like 40 or 50 years. Okay. One of the worst. 1990. Literally, so it's like 35 years. Okay. That's yes. So that's pretty much it. Okay. We had just unfortunate, sluggish dog shit period. Yeah. Compared to the past 3 cycles. Okay. So that's what I use. And I know everything reflects that. Commodity prices like metals and copper, they reflect that. The racist Russell 2000 reflects it. Ethereum and altcoins reflect it. Everything is reflected in that. Everything, pretty much, okay? BCB's choice to use is the Russell, okay? So, you know, I'm using the ISM. He's looking at the Russell. He's like, oh, this time is different. So he's showing like, oh, in the past 3 cycles, look at this. Russell breaks up. Russell breaks up. Russell breaks up. Okay, you know, each of these times, friends, each of these times, ISM pinged 52 and then 53 and it kept going up in each of those 3 cycles. Yeah. What about in our one? Our one up here, scam. Okay. So ISM has been very, very, very weak. It's still at 50 for 26 months. It's been below 50. Yeah. So we need more time. However, he thinks this is a rotational top thing that's happening. So I'm not going to make any judgment off that. I know a lot of people say it's over and everything's expensive. I'm not going to be fading 4-year cycle stuff willy-nilly just because of like these little shitty racist Russell 2000 charts and stuff out here. They're personally me because I've seen him and Uncle Bobby change their fractals in 2 seconds. And then you just go back and I'm like, oh, I guess me, the retardio, was right. Just stay bullish. Okay, that was it. The green weekly super trend, okay, we're bullish, you know? I know, but bull sounds stupid, right? It sounds stupid and naive. But now, it is what it is. Like, you can't ignore the fact that if you go back for the past, say, 13 years of crypto, every time there was bad news, okay, if you just said, doesn't matter how bad this news is, I'm still bullish, you would have looked so stupid, everyone. So stupid. But you were right. You were right, you know? So that's probably what's going to happen again. Now, maybe I want to quickly show you this because I think it's very apparent that Vitalik and Ethereum have been drinking too much soy. You remember this, right? The guy on the left, you might recognize him, is an alpha male and you have a beta male, okay? The beta male, soy infused, avoids eye contact, slouches, drinks soy. He's holding soy right now. So Ethereum, Vitalik, eating bugs, embarrassed. It is what it is. What are you going to do? Cheat now? But here's the thing. Okay, what are you going to sell for? What are you going to sell for? You're going to sell Ethereum when it's made a 9-year round trip. That's how cheap it is. What are you going to go buy against Bitcoin, by the way? What are you going to go buy? You're going to go buy Bitcoin? Good luck, bro. I say good luck to that. Good luck. You're selling while Donald Trump's buying. Okay, good luck. What are you going to do? Okay, go buy Solana. Okay, you can do that. If Sol ETH was really going up, why has this ratio been weak ever since Trump launched his token on it? That's another thing to think about. See, where else are you going to go to? Honestly, where else are you going to go to? You're going to another. If, by the way, you might say, "Oh, what about Pulse Chain?" Yeah, but no, that's like being long ETH. That's slingshot leverage on Ethereum. I'm talking about something different. Now, friends, in other news as well, Deutsche Bank says Bitcoin is like gold and the US Strategic Bitcoin Reserve could set international standards. So this is a bunch of hocus pocus talk that everyone just keeps talking about because the price has been going up. Which is funny, right? Deutsche Bank. Remember, German government, you sold all your BTC at 55K. What now? What now? So that's what we want. So Germany, the government, they did everyone a favor. Okay? Because as Bitcoin goes up, people get to tease them about it. And they put fear into other governments' hearts. And their governments will buy Bitcoin. And they'll push our bags up even higher. I'm betting on that. I'm betting on that white swan effect. And I told you this, okay? So I have German friends. I love German sausages. Okay, not those, the family-friendly sausages, friends. Okay, I've tried the different German sausages. I love them. Okay, I was telling you, I know Germany. Most governments are just screwed, but they did everyone a favor. They're now the example. Now, whenever Bitcoin goes up, all these other governments, right? Their people say, "Look what happened to Germany. Look what happened to Germany. They sold all their Bitcoin at $50,000, embarrassed by the world, going backwards." Now we know it's just imaginary Ponzi coins. But, see, you and I say that because we're rational. We're here in markets 18 hours a day. These people aren't. It's about how they look. They care about reputation. If the chart's going up, they actually get this feed. No! That's what we want to see. Funny. Uncle Peter Schiff says, I think crypto stablecoins are going to collapse and there's no use case there. So I'll just let you listen, friends, because I don't want to have a listen to, shout out to Mr. Peter the Dollar for this as well, but I just want to listen to the cope and listen to like how wrong he's going to be. Okay.
Hoping that stable coins will come out and hold treasuries, be buyers of treasuries, right? Like, I mean, who the hell needs that? It's easy to send dollars. If I need to send somebody dollars, I got all kinds of ways to do it. So I don't think there's going to be this huge new untapped market for stable coins pegged to the dollar so that they'll have a huge place to hold all these treasuries. But that's what they're looking at. They're looking at I think most of the stablecoin dollars have to do with people trading in and out of crypto, and so they need something a pair where they can get out of. If they want to buy and sell, they need to have something to buy when they sell Bitcoin or Ether. So I think when the collapse of crypto happens in these coins, there'll be a lot less interest in the US dollar stablecoin.
So that's classic. He's been saying this since forever, and he's wrong. He's actually totally wrong. Crypto, friends, gives anybody, an international, worldwide bank account. Everyone. Every person can own the US dollar. They have a US dollar bank account in any country. Now, we made crypto so they can have Bitcoin, but actually what we found is there's more use case. People want to hold stable coins. They want to hold USD. Because in many of these countries, they use the dollar for their short-term stuff. Because here's the thing, like a lot of people, friends, they still see Bitcoin and gold as long-term investments. They can't stand any volatility. They want the thing to like never move in price. They don't want it to ever go down. It pisses them off. That's most people. It's extremely short end duration stuff here. Also, while we're on the topic of this, we can go check out some PDI as well. Of course, friends, because stable coins, they are a big use case, huge use case. Actually, in crypto, we don't like to talk about stable coins because it makes Bitcoin maxis embarrassed, because we made the technology so that everybody could have an account. Thing is, people are choosing US dollar. They're like, uh-oh, we've made a CBDC rail instead of the Bitcoin. So the Bitcoin believers they think is if they give everyone an account, people will naturally choose the Bitcoin going up because it's decentralized and stuff out here. We'll see. We'll see, friends. This is the PDI price chart. It's in a nasty correction. It's done like an 87% drop. But that's because Pulse PLS itself is near all-time lows, which sucks ass. But why is that on the all-time lows? Ethereum down, touching $1,700. What an abomination. So we don't get any friendship until that goes up, especially with Pulse Chain and ICOs and gaming, everything just dog shit. Everything, there's no demand for literally anything. There's thin liquidity, there's no demand, and we just have to wait it out. Now, I wanted to show you this, friends. So if you actually, you know what? I can't even like really say it to you. I've got to like, let's show you. So this is a gentle sir in a Pika suit, and then he's going to be graced by another Pulse Chain member. Okay, let's go. That's awesome. That's awesome. And then obviously the video does continue, friends. That's the SpongeBob music. Hanging around in town. This is what we've been doing. That's bull market fundamentals. That's what we're here for. But yeah, everything's cheap. Everything's cheap. We're not going around anywhere. Everything is cheap. 80, 90%. Pulse is down. Ethereum's down. Man, Ethereum's down 75% against Bitcoin in 4 years. Still. It's March 2025. It's going to be April 2025. Friends, 4 years ago, the euphoria started for altcoins. It was the end of the cycle 4 years ago. It was already up. So, are we delayed 4 year cycle? We'll see. We'll see. We take it month by month. Ultimately, remember, like you're waiting for euphoria, which still has not come in. Bro, we're not getting any. Like where we are, this literally dead. It's as dead as it can be. You know, can we at least just get back to this piece of shit November 2023 price? When are we gonna get that? Well, when we get an Ethereum price higher. Now, friends, I saw this video. I'm gonna show it to you. I got so bullish on crypto, even more. I'm like already turbo 1000x bullish, but seeing this botched up Arab Dubai, probably like porta potty girl, do this made me even more bullish on Bitcoin. Look what she's doing. She's got bars of gold. She's grabbing this gold.
الحلو واستمتعوا هالصوت. كم تسوى هذه الحين؟ كم تسوى يا بنات ويا شباب؟
Like for some reason, I'm looking at it. It looks so pathetic. Like I don't want that. It sounds like it's like aluminium tin, a toaster. Friends, like that's like your mum's making tabbouleh. She's got like the plates of tanjiro on the table, and she's clanking around with some stuff in the kitchen. That's what it sounds like. It doesn't sound like millions and millions of dollars. It sounds like I can't wait for lunch. That's what it sounds like. Do we have any Pepsi in the fridge? Good, because I drink Coke. That's what it sounds like. Not this is the future. This clanky piece of crap. It's funny. Let's play some Habibi Alibi music just to like smooth it over. Now, this type of qualitative fundamental stuff, that's what you need to make it in this game. But by the way, why is that video even circulating, right? Because gold's making new highs. That's why. Like, it's like, sit, bro, just sit. If you're gold, bro, just sit down. You've made, okay, since 2024, man, okay, that is your moonshot year. You're up 45%. Okay, you're up 45. Literally, when was the bear market? Oh, here we go. Bitcoin. Gold's up 75%, and that is the turbo nuclear bull run move in 3 years. 75%. That's like whoa! You killed it. That's wild, man. And Bitcoin's up 500%, 400%. This is the big move. Now, gold has been on a big nuclear run as well, so. It's also the reason why we have not had business ISM go up. Yeah, gold is, as you know, friends, when gold keeps rallying, it's a precursor to like recession, war, something's happening in the background. Also, you know, if you're curious as well, gold's long-term growth rate is around 8%. Yeah, so if you hold gold for 20 years, you get about 8%. So what does that mean? What that means is, okay, because gold doesn't do anything, right? It just sits there. It shines. Why is gold 8% long-term rate? Because that's the real world money supply inflation rate. That's what the real one is. It's 8%. Gold is the true form. Because gold, friends, gold's purchasing power has been the same since Jesus times, 2,000 years ago. The exact same. Remember, I've told you all the stories. A Roman commando was getting paid, I think, an ounce of gold a week. Yeah, that's what a US army general gets paid now. An ounce of gold a week. That's about like 3,000 a week, 150. I think like it's one of like the higher up sergeant things. Yeah, isn't that crazy? It's the same purchasing power. After all these, yes. So that's why when you're looking at this, you know the world's a scam, pretty much. That's why, friends, like the US Kippy. Oh, it's 2.8%. No, it's not, bro. It's not more like 88%. It's not 2.8%. But that's why we invest long term, because you know you're getting scammed somewhere every year. Minus 8%. Okay, but the price of eggs don't go up 8% every single year, even though they're up like 55%. It goes around everywhere. It seeps in everywhere. Yeah, and all the insiders, the people who are close to the money printer, they end up spending it. Okay, it's people close to the government, close to the Fed, close to the money printer, the banks and the spreads and the loans. It's just basically one big insider's racket. And the middle class population, they don't get any say of it. That's why, friends, it's so much easier. Why? Like, by the way, they have the money printer. When people wake up a bit, all right, the true woke waking up, what does the government do? Throw a bone out on TV. Oh, here's another UFO thing. Oh, here's Kanye talk about, you know, they spam. They let other news media take over and absorb it. They do. So people don't keep questioning. They really don't want you to ask questions like that. But that's why you don't need to ask questions. That's why we have Bitcoin's price. We have crypto going up over time. So see, crypto's just an IQ test. You know, if you've got high financial IQ, you go all in crypto immediately. If you have low financial IQ, you sit in a shitty little stable coins and you just sit on the sidelines, and you're never going to make it. You'll be on CoinFessions wrecked, like everyone else who's been here multiple cycles and making no gains. But by the way, friends, if you're down 70%, 80%, 90% from your portfolio high, it's okay. It's okay. I know the pain. Don't look at that number. That number it means nothing now. It means that, like I said, remember, you're watching, it's raining outside and you're looking at your backyard, and you're like, oh crap, everything's getting flooded. Like, it doesn't matter, dude. It's raining. You literally can't do anything. Just wait for it to sunshine. Okay, that's when you look at it. Yeah. And by the way, you weren't going to sell anyway here. So let's say your portfolio is, let's say it was $100,000 and now it's down to 20. And you're selling at Euphoria anyway. Okay, but if your portfolio was at $300,000 right now, should you be selling? No, we're not at Euphoria. We never hit Euphoria. So whether your portfolio says 20,000 or 300,000, you shouldn't technically be getting out anyway. But I know what it is. It's out. Dopamine, we get the good feeling if we can get out. We have the option to get out. Now it feels like you're trapped. Yeah, I know. So I completely empathize. I feel it too. I'm like, man, I just want the number to be up, so I'm happy. But it is what it is. Now, when are we actually gonna get friendship? Well, man, this is so depressing, man. Friends, this is ETH BTC is down in the red 539 days. It has never done anything this bad before. Look how long it did this before. This was 160 days. This one was 273 days. And actually, if you go down to the bottom, 532 days. Like, yeah, but this is after a big bull market, man. This all happened. This speed runned it. Okay, now we're in post Bitcoin halving year. So we're already in this part, but we're hitting down these levels. So, sucks. So what answers do we need? Or just, we know the answer, man. You know, everything's cucked. We're getting scammed somewhere. But also, we need ISM up. Please, ISM. It comes out in 2 weeks. Please go towards 52. Please keep going up every month. That's what we're waiting for. Like, subscribe, belly button, or catch you soon.